Reviews, I got glasses, video game confessions, I went to GoBigOutGlasses.com, and I make all sorts of videos where I pretty much just make an ass of myself. And to my right is...
His female counterpart. At least as of 3 years ago.
Yeah, we're so similar.
Yes, we are dead similar.
Her beard's coming in very nice.
I've been working on it for a while, though.
So yeah, pretty much what this is just very basic. It's a Q&A. We just listen to the questions you guys have for us. We answer it. We just chat, you know, make all sorts of good chit chat. Oh my God, he looks dead now. Doodle. He's just standing there like.
When he's shocked, he's like, I thought this would be the every video. Who is this clown?
So yeah, it's very basic, very straightforward. Afterwards, most likely, we'll also do, after pretty much all of our panels, because we got a while, we'll also do like autographs and stuff like that, maybe our end or something like that. We got some DVDs here, some prints, all sorts of good stuff.
Sweet.
And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So let's just go ahead and start the Q&A. Whoever has a question, shoot.
Wait, so you're telling me that this guy he's been telling me that he's Doug Walker since yesterday, so I've been just following him around.
Okay, Mr. Walker, I'm so sorry.
The eyebrow pencil goatee.
Yes.
So how did you hear about UBCon anyway?
They invited me.
Same.
But pretty much I heard that the guy who allegedly killed Kylie Bear was going to be here. And, you know, I just wanted to know what that guy was up to, because that was a very tragic thing that he did. So, in fact, his panel's going on right now, too. But you chose wisely.
See, we'll do anything we can to get people to come.
You don't want to be watching a murderous jerk, because there's a little kid in the front row.
Oh, this isn't After Dark.
Yes?
Hang on, it's coming to me. One of the things that you've mentioned recently was that the Nostalgia Critic has a lot of you in it, particularly the way you used to get really passionate about movies and really angry if a movie was bad. And recently you've been talking about how people shouldn't necessarily be that as forceful as the critic is in their opinions. So this question extends to Lindsay too. Do you feel that this sort of change in attitude happens to people as they grow or as they grow older or mature, or did playing the characters that you two play have any sort of and being part of the internet world have any sort of influence on the way that you look at movies and just fandom in general?
That's a good question. Well, first I should, is that even, I have no idea, like, is that your opinion, like, if people like a movie, or is it like, no, there's good and bad, and we should...
I think in the last few years that the internet reviewer trend has made it popping up with people being angry for the sake of being angry, because being angry is what makes popular. And so I think that's led to some pushback, because you know that, and like, because I think when you force it, like, oh my God, he's wearing pink, but he was wearing a blue shirt the previous scene. You're like, this feels forced.
Yes.
And where it might have been genuine at one point, it might, you know, once it becomes a trend, it starts to come off as fake. But it really depends on who it is. Because like I was talking about my ex, I hadn't talked to him in like a year, and he saw that Lorax thing, and he doesn't follow the internet reviewer circuit at all. And he's like, you're so angry. You don't want to be just another angry reviewer, do you? And I was like, I never get that angry, because I really hated that movie. I'm allowed to get what I really hate. So I think it's, you know, don't come off as phony.
In terms of, in terms of like stuff that you, like let's say someone really likes the Lorax, you know, is that something where you just say, no, wrong, or do you say, this is your opinion, I'd like to know why, explain, or something like that? Do you think there's like sort of a good and a bad, or is it just all subjective?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was thinking about, like, we started talking about the Lorax, and last night I found this, someone linked me this Tumblr that was Onceler Secrets, like, you know, how they, like, post secret fandom secrets, take secrets. They had Onceler Secrets where people would post their deep dark secrets about the Once from the movie. Oh my god, it was so depressing. It was all like, God, he's the perfect man. I just want the Once so much.
Oh, from the new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
The old one's just ham.
I know. He's just like, he just needs a hug. I love him so much, and I'm like, I knew this would happen. I wasn't listening. I was thinking about Once secrets.
You're not listening, you missed the question. No, our opinions like subjective. Well, okay, answers its own question. But in terms of movies, like good movies and bad movies, is there like, do you think there's just these categories of this is good and really good and bad and really bad, or is it like opinion? Like if somebody likes the Lorax.
Yeah. We also asked if how our attitudes towards.
Yeah, but I'm game for
criticism.
that. But you would think of Lorax. I mean, that's wrong.
Yeah, now
I don't know where I am or who I am.
Check the suitcase, it might let you know.
What's in the box?
That's what he looks like. He looks like a stretched out version of the Lorax.
It's like, I don't trust that guy. Put a mustache on, it's like, aha!
But in terms of you're saying, what about does it with getting older, or whatever? Does the opinion open up? A lot of nostalgia critic. I mean, for me, a lot of it is me, obviously. But in terms of getting really angry, yeah, that was sort of more of the younger me, and I would get really angry when someone else liked a movie I didn't like, or vice versa. How could you? Blah blah blah. But the more I would talk with people, I realized, like, wow, I actually find out much more about a person. Why instead of saying shame on you, I say, well, what did you like about it? What did you enjoy? And you find out so much more. And for me, that's the really fun part. That's where you discover all these things about people that you never would have thought of. Like, how could someone like the Lorax? Well, maybe it may Dane DeVito save their life. Wow.
So it's a bit of both, because you do grow out of like the really angry thing, but what you do sort of gives you more of a chance to talk to people.
The tastes definitely do change.
Like, I used to, I would often take a position in a review that I might not necessarily have in real life. Like, The Little Mermaid. I honestly don't really care about The Little Mermaid one way or the other, but we kind of played it like a point-counterpoint, where I was on the anti-side, my friends were on the pro side, just to sort of start a discussion that does exist, but that we might not necessarily have these opinions. So like Moulin Rouge, I was on the pro Moulin Rouge side in the review, where in reality, I used to loathe it. Now I don't really care, but so it really kind of depends. Sometimes it will be like, yes, this is my opinion verbatim, and sometimes it'll be like, I'm being this person in this review to have a discussion.
And a lot of times too, it's sort of I try to be a little bit more honest. Like when I did the Hook review, it's like I'm very honest. I like that movie, even though there's a ton of problems with it. But it's just there's a lot of things I like about it. Usually it's just like what she says, sort of what gets more of a laugh. Usually, like if I know this is going to be funny, or if I'm really, really angry I'll play that. Or if I know it's going to be funny, or if I sort of play it like lighthearted, like laughing while watching it, I'll play it that way too. So yeah, I think the tastes do change, and sometimes you grow out and stuff. Sometimes you still hold on to whatever you hold on to. So I hope that answers the question in there somewhere.
Very, very
I
good.
still hate Pocahontas.
We all do. We all do.
I have an individual question for both of you. For Doug.
That's not the both of us. We are Doug.
I'm Doug.
How do you get the inspiration for all the characters? Tesseract, Bomb, the Nostalgic Critic, just everyone that. Even the doc.
He has a very different modus operandi than I do.
Mine's usually pretty simple.
Voice based.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot. Like the Bum was very much just when I did the Cloverfield review, and I did this voice while shaking the camera. It's like, oh my God, we're all gonna die. I just love that voice. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I gotta do something with his voice because I like it too much. He sounds like a bum. Okay, I think I'm a bum. What does he do? I'm not doing current movies, so review current movies. Okay, go from there. I mean, some are very simple, and I usually find the ones I put a lot of thought into, like, okay, well, I can sort of sell it on this angle, and I can kind of do this. Those usually bomb, which is very funny.
Our good friend Melvin.
Melvin, yeah.
They remember.
Wow. The room just got silent.
Yeah, even when you have One review.
God rest his soul. I love how in that episode I'm saying like, I'm gonna have so many more episodes and blah blah blah.
Lessons were learned.
Yes. it does seem, for me, it does seem more like just the more natural something comes, the more funny. Like literally one morning, there's a long time ago, I grew my beard out a little bit more. I just got out of the shower, my hair was slicked back. I'm like, oh my God, I look like Zon. And I was like, one day I have to do something with it. I didn't even have the shows yet. And then, just December was rolling around. I gotta do something for Christmas. I'm like, oh, how would Zod celebrate Christmas? Okay. Go from there. So for me, the simplest idea is usually get the most impact, oddly enough.
I hate acting. And I feel like I'm bad at it. So if I have an idea for a character, I give it to somebody else. Like Dr. Cheese was originally going to be me, but Lisa was so much better at it. And Dr. Block was going to be me, but Nella was so much better at it. And every time we come up with a character, invariably, I guess the only character I have is my only character, which I guess would sort of be a hyperbolic exaggeration of my worst qualities. Is it like with the relationship with Todd? That's sort of in a really sad way, very true to life with my ex-boyfriend. So there's always sort of some truth in it, like with the way we treat Nella. She would always be the friend that would just get she was like the Chucky of the group, like, I don't know you guys, and getting dragged along, and she's really easy to bring out the Catholic shame. So she was always sort of the butt monkey, so we'd play her the butt monkey in the show. And it's just so they developed organically based on what we thought was funny. And obviously not everyone shared that opinion.
Yeah, it was funny. When I finally I met Nella on suburban nights. I didn't get to jam with her much, but then when I went to New York for Moulin Rouge, she was like, everyone's always like, you gotta talk to Nella. Nella's awesome. She's great. And I guess I had this idea. She was awesome. She was great. I guess I had this idea the whole time that she was sort of like how you were describing, just sort of, oh, okay, if I have to.
Oh, no, Nella parties.
No, she's like a big partier. Like, literally the first time I saw her, she's like there playing the arcade, just downing a beer and stuff. Like, hey guys, what's going on? You want to go to another bar? Let's go to another bar, man. Have a long day. Let's go. I just never would have thought that.
She party rocks all the time. So all of her money goes. I don't have that kind of energy. I'm like, dude, I gotta work, and she's like, fine, we're going to a